Hi, this is my week 9 advanced financial modeling homework. Mm. So first, I asked ChatGPT using WRDS help me perform a time series analysis on a data set of stock prices using Python. This was the information that ChatGPT gave me. Um, so, oh my goodness, I asked for the full code in one contiguous block here. So I took that and pasted it into ChatGPT, and I had some warnings when I pasted the it into ChatGPT and I asked the chat for help, and it had me do this and install WRDS, Pandas, Matplotlib, Stats Models, and Arch. So I did that, and I had it show me the full code again. Uh, but it was not primarily a time series analysis of stock prices. So I told it I just want a time series analysis of Apple stock, and it gave me this right here. And so that was the code that I input. Let's go ahead and run it. In a second here. Just one more time. We username, password. Ugh, entered the wrong password. It's not wanting to work for me. Try one more time. Here's our time series analysis of Apple's stock price. Cool, but I believe right here it's not accounting for the stock split. For the entire graph, it's not accounting for the stock split. So I pasted my output into ChatGPT, and it told me to correct for stock splits, and it gave me corrections for that, which I didn't input. Then I asked for a similar task. Well, for task 2, I did, um, let me run task 2 real quick. For task 2, it was pretty much from task 1, um, and everything that I was trying to do to get task 1 to work, all this conversation I was having it gave me a task of finding the autocorrelation of Apple stock returns. So this is the plot that you get when I run this code, but it wasn't the task that I wanted chat to complete for me first time around, but I decided to include it anyway for my second task. So this is code that runs an autocorrelation of Apple stock returns here, and this is the output that it provides. That's pretty cool. And for task three, um, ChatGPT told me to do a time series analysis of Microsoft stock prices with all these extra things here, checking for stock splits, performing an augmented Dickey-Fuller ADF test, fit an ARIMA model, forecast stock prices for the next 60 days, visualize the forecast along with historical prices. And this is the code that it gave me. So when I ran it the first time, it only gave me this output. Um, so I asked ChatGPT about it, and I asked it to give me the full corrected code, which is this right here. So I did this, and I had a lot of problems with this one. We're just gonna see if it works. Only worked one time for me where it gave me all the outputs I was looking for. Here's the first output. I don't know if it's gonna work for the next ones. It doesn't look like it is. So I told ChatGPT pretty much that I just wanted to move on from this task. Um, so it told me to do a seasonal ARIMA analysis on Tesla stock. And so this was just a whole nother problem that just was not working for me. I asked what a seasonal ARIMA graph was, and it told me here. Um, and then I asked what an ARIMA model was, and it told me. And I had all sorts of problems, as you can see here. Um, so I asked for help. ChatGPT gave me this. And I told it to give me a simpler code because it still was not working. I was still having all sorts of problems. ChatGPT just forget about the ARIMA analysis, complete it, create a completely different task that was simpler than this one. So I asked it to, or it told me to give basic descriptive statistics and visualization of Tesla stock prices. This is the full code that it gave me. And the output that I got was just completely blank. So I submitted that to ChatGPT and it gave me some hints and a new code. It was still not working. It was just a blank output. Uh, it gave me more code to use here. I ran it again. I was starting to get this problem. Words wanted to quit working for me. Um, so I went through this whole conversation with the chat, and I just finally told it, give me just a simple code using WRDS and analyzing something about a stock. So it gave me another Tesla run here, and it was just still more and more problems here. And I was asking ChatGPT about it. Um, it was saying that I didn't know my password. I knew my password. I logged into Words just to try it, and it was still working. Um, so I finally got my connection up and running again, and it just still was not working. And so I told ChatGPT to give me a different task, and it wanted me to do a volume analysis of Tesla, and I was still just not getting the right output. As you can see, it's just a blank output. And ChatGPT tried to help me, still wasn't working. It thought that the perm node number was wrong for Tesla, but I could not figure out what the perm node number was for Tesla anyway. Um, and it was just telling me there's all sorts of things wrong with WRDS when there wasn't. I just told it to give me a simpler task once again. And so it gave me, um, it told me to retrieve and analyze Apple stock daily prices, um, along with the mean and maximum stock prices. So this is the code that it gave me. I did that. Let's go over here and run it. And here it gives me Apple stock price trend with the mean and maximum down here. I asked it to give me another um, similar task, and it told me to do the same thing with Google, but calculate the mean, minimum, maximum, and standard deviation of the stock prices. So I did that over here with this code. I copied it from ChatGPT. And here it is right here. It's a nice, pretty graph with the mean, maximum, minimum, and standard deviation of Google from 21 to 23, which was great. And I asked it to give me one more task, which was retrieve and analyze Microsoft daily stock prices with a moving average. So here's the code it gave me. And so that was great. And let's go over here and run it. Here's the code that I pasted in. Um, Here we have a Microsoft stock price chart with a 7-day moving average. So then finally, I asked ChatGPT to give me a multiple choice quiz over what I had learned today. So here you can see the questions that it asked me. Um, and I gave it my answers. And it told me what I got wrong and right. And I got a 7 out of 10, which is not great, but not terrible. Overall, it was just a frustrating week with Python and ChatGPT, but I still learned a lot. So yeah, thank you.